So since so many people out there are complaining about my camera and the quality of the camera that video was, I'm going to redo this video, but I'm going to explain the results that I'm getting with the this model of Kiilwatt EZ kilowatt meter. So what it has is it has a menu in there, and if you unplug it and then plug it back in, it will remember the settings that you had when you unplugged it. So it's and then you have to go through the menu and erase or reset to the defaults, and that'll be re-zero it back. So it'll stay in memory. And it has a neat feature in that it you input the amount of cost per kilowatt hour, and it logs it in, and then it keeps track of how much it's costing you up to that moment for your power usage. So you could put in however much it costs per kilowatt hour, whether it's 12 cents a kilowatt hour, 15 cents a kilowatt hour, or 8 cents a kilowatt hour, whatever you're paying on your electric bill for your kilowatt hour usage. You can input that into the menu, and then it'll record the time as it goes by. It'll tell you how much you're being charged. And it actually does interesting, it extrapolates into the future. So if you use it for a year, it gives you the reading of how much it's going to cost you if you keep using it for that length of time. So this try to get the reflection off there. Sorry about that, but and then you can go to the menu, and it gives you the rate, so you can program the rate of power that you're having to pay in there. That's how much you're charged for your kilowatt hour usage. So you put that in there, and then kilowatt hours. That's the total amount of kilowatt hours I've used. So this is a setting that was on my other one here. This one. So if you toggle through the up screen on this, it'll tell you your current power usage. One of these. It wasn't that one. See, oh, here it is. So that's volts, and then our PF, and then my hertz, and then VA, and then there's the current watt usage. So I'm using the wireless headset, so maybe that's adding to it. And I have all these lights on in here also. I have the little compact fluorescent light, and then I have my above these lights on also. So that's how many watts I'm using right now. Now these are the settings on this particular menu that was on the original kilowatt meter that I had. So I have all the same. I can get all the same measurements that I had on my older one, and now I have the added feature of inputting the cost per kilowatt hour into it. So this one's showing now that the system is running at 115.5 volts. And many other people have commented before when I was showing my voltage that the volts, God, this is terrible. I'm getting reflections all over. So the volts of that is 115, where the other meter it read 103, 104 on this. And people pointed that out to me. Commenters commented and they pointed it out. So, and then hertz, that's 660, 59.9, 60 hertz. Using amps. Well, where was my amps? Oh, 1 amp. So, in theory, 10 times that on the 14 volt DC, or the DC that's coming from the solar, needs to be higher amperes by 10 times in order to break even on the amount of power you're collecting and the amount of power you're using at the same time. So if you're getting enough solar you want to get surplus solar always. You always want to be using your system and never running the system below the surplus usage of the solar. So you're always, batteries are always topped off. Your batteries never fall below 90%, let's say, or 85%. You try to keep them always running at a high voltage at a 14 or 13.5 to 13.25, 13.5 floating charge on the batteries. If there's a surplus power, batteries cannot be charged at a higher voltage than 13.5 volts or 14 volts if you're doing a bulk charge. If you're doing a bulk charge and you want to keep your batteries, you do it for, these have settings in there. You can set it to do that for you certain times. And I've never done it. Actually, I've reset that a few times, but I haven't yet to do that. It might be automatic. I'm not sure. I'm happy with this so far. It's interesting that this will turn itself off at night, so it won't. That LED light will go completely off, so you won't see any lights on this at nighttime. Whereas that one, the light stays on and it blinks, depending upon the state of charge of the batteries. So any of you out there, yeah, don't use a Chromebook for your as a webcam if you're going to show this. People have complained here about the quality of the videos that I'm producing on this Chromebook. So anybody that's interested in these, sorry, I'm really sorry about my skill level as far as doing this, but don't even have to wait for it to come on. It's instantaneous on. And it's also very secure if you have like personal files or a lot of personal things on your laptop and you want to go public places. This is pretty good because it really doesn't store any personal information on it. It's just basically basic memory for a browser and no more. And then I have an SD card in there that I can put my files onto if I need to upload any files or download files from it. But it has this web camera on it, you know. That's what I was using before for that other video, so you guys had complained about that. That's an okay machine, I guess.